Wow, wasn't that exciting?
Technology working for you.
Yeah, using some of those built-in videos in StreamYard. John's going to work on a custom one for us.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Got to get
Maybe have those
some Mac icon love back there.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, John.
Good morning, James. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Are you okay? You doing all right?
I am.
You were in the office this week? Did you go in?
Yes. Yeah, I was. Yep. And probably for next week as well. At least most of it. Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, let's see. I guess we can just roll right into it, can't we?
Sure.
Are you ready to go?
I am almost ready. I am ready.
All right. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John. This is episode 561 for February 21st, 2021. Good morning, John.
Good morning, James.
We just said good morning.
We did. But now we're seeing it
now I don't
for
hear you.
Our official podcast.
Because my settings... Now try it again. Now do I hear you?
All right.
Now I do.
Testing.
Now
1, 2.
I gotcha. I keep making little tweaks to my configuration, and of course that's not something you want to do without testing it. But the more I play around with it, the more I know what to fix when it really goes wrong. So during rehearsal, you were telling me about you got a little gift in the mail.
Yes. Mark Schwickereth. Ta-da! I have the remote for the Macintosh TV. Quite happily.
Did you stick a battery in there? And
I did indeed. So not that I have a video source connected right now, but you can see it works awesomely.
Well, if you had it would work. Does it work? I think if you had like a CD in there, you could control the CD player.
Yeah,
but anyway,
right now the only CD player in there was for doing. Okay, how do I get back? There we go.
So you've set up your
Bring it back.
Macintosh TV on the desk behind you.
Correct. Yeah. I just thought it would be nice to have it out for this. Yep.
Awesome.
I really haven't had a chance to play with it yet, so.
So you're going to play with it now?
All right. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay. Too late. On our audio podcast, just listen to me pressing buttons. Okay.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. Your Macintosh TV is still working, and mine was starting to work. And then the other day, I tried to boot it from a CD and flipped it on, and I had nothing. So I'm regressing on the Macintosh TV.
Time to check those capacitors. I'm telling you.
Yep. It's time to pull that motherboard out and give it a good look. But good. So you got your remote. Did you send him his?
I am
Yes.
am almost done. I'm transferring stuff over to the SCSI to SD right now. I got a very nice setup. I did a multi-setup. I was originally going to put just a single operating system on there, but since there's so much space because of the SD card, what I've got 701, 71, 753, and 755, and then I've got the system picker application that makes it very easy to swap back and forth between them. And then, of course, I've also loaded up a ton of games, ton of utilities. So it's coming along nicely. I'm just transferring everything right now.
Great.
Yeah.
Here's a question for the live audience. I'm getting a little bit of a crackling whenever John speaks. If anybody else is hearing that, maybe I'm trying to see if it happens. No, it's not happening while I talk. But when you talk, I get this little bit of. I don't know if anybody hears that at home. Let us know. Maybe we can fix that on the fly. Like
right.
the other thing I tried to I fixed. All
Yep,
right.
David
Well,
says he hears it. So can Chris Logan. Am I talking too loud? If I back away, is that any better?
yeah, I think your microphone might be a little hot.
Okay.
If you want to adjust your levels down,
Do I
Chris
need to
hears it.
drop it
David hears it. Yeah, and
like
your
it's hot?
sound preferences. Let me
Sure
crank
thing.
it back a little bit.
Well, let's
Well,
do that after this section before we stop
yeah.
recording.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, we'll be back with a fix to John's audio and eBay fines.
all right. So
Testing,
let
testing.
me
Okay, go
go
ahead.
in here. Do.
Is
Let's see
anybody
who
getting
all is
it
on the
from
board
me?
this morning. I
Is
see.
anybody
Wow. I
get?
see Chris. I see
Oh,
Klaus. I see David.
let's do an
Eric.
independent
What's up,
test.
man?
Can we do it?
Jeremy.
Oh, hello, hello. Can we do an independent test? I just want to make sure it's not also me.
Okay.
Testing
All right.
1, 2.
So,
Well, that requires John
oh,
to not talk.
I will
Oh,
stop.
testing 1, 2, 3. Does anybody hear me with crackling? How am I coming through, everybody? Fine. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. All right. And you type great, Chris. Thank you.
Oh, okay. How about
Okay,
me?
get
Any
John.
better now?
Now you go.
Okay. Okay. I go. Here I go. This is me. I'm going. Testing 1, 2, 3.
All right. I didn't get any of the crackling that time, so
Okay. All
I
right.
think
So
they might have
hopefully,
resolved it. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some eBay finds out here. And, oh, we don't want to show that just yet. We want to show this. Okay, you ready to go?
I am.
All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. It's time for the eBay finds. Last week, MacFX was selling those Macintosh portable 8 megabyte memory cards for $129. They are no longer available, sold out. 18 were sold. And that might be the end of them. I think there was a comment in the listing about how these chips were no longer manufactured. So hopefully everybody that needed one got one.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Let's switch over here to that lot of, well, it was a mixed bag, right? There was some Radio Shack stuff, some PC stuff, and some Mac stuff, including a Lisa 2. After 15 bids, that lot sold for $500. Okay, and the big one from last week, the rare Japanese only PowerBook 550C with original box and documentation software. After 38 bids, John, take a guess. What do you think?
Oh
38
goodness.
bids?
Oh geez. I'm not gonna.
Not going to venture?
Thousands. Thousands.
Almost 1,000.
Okay.
$999. So, nice catch for that. All right.
Yes.
We will begin with this curious little, like a 2-page, I don't know, it's like a poster, a 2-part. I think it's 2 separate pieces. It's called, the title says Vintage Apple Macintosh 1991 Freedom of Expression Advertisement. And the whole
I don't think
thing,
I've ever run across this one before.
me neither. It measures 24 inches by 73.5 inches.
Holy
Description
cow.
says used, comes in 2 pieces. There's one small tear at the bottom of the banner and some signs of minor wear. This was, well, let's describe it a little bit more here. It says, with what's freedom of expression without freedom of choice? There's an Apple printer for every type, and it lists all the Apple printers that were being sold at the time, which I don't remember that they were ever selling so many at the same, especially all the variants of the laser writer, that they were all in the lineup. You can just see how into printers Apple was at the time.
Sure.
And so
yeah.
looking at this, let's see, you've got from left to right, kind of going, in line of price, the Image Writer 2, Okay, so you have a dot
Right.
matrix, and then above each picture of the printer is an example of the output.
Yeah, that's pretty
Okay,
cool. Yeah.
yeah, so you can see what your money, what the technology buys you, because you got three different technologies running here, right? So you got dot matrix, the last of the Apple dot matrix printers,
hmm
the
and
first
of
of
course
the
it's got
inkjets. Hmm?
but I also do like its
Yeah.
impact, because of course it was an impact printer,
Oh yeah.
right?
And then the Apple Style Writer, Apple's
hmm
first inkjet, and then the line of laser printers, starting with the
right.
Personal Laser Writer
Personal,
LS,
which was a great little
and
printer, I have to say.
yeah, then the Laser Writer NT, then the Laser Writer 2NT, and then the Laser Writer 2NTX. Right. Cool, a poster,
Yeah,
especially if you're a big printer fan.
big
So I
into the.
think, John, I think it's the LS that I have waiting for you
Ooh,
in my
okay,
garage.
fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So this printer, this poster of printers has a buy now of a little pricey,
Hmm.
$499.99. There is a make an offer. This ships from Chatsworth, California. All right, let's move along.
Oh, all right. So next up we have another bulk sale. This one is pretty interesting. It's got a really nice list of what's being sold here. So you've got a G4 Apple G4 Clear Apple Plus Power board, Apple II computer only, and I'm looking at the picture in there. It looks like that Apple II is some sort of clone, a Macintosh 2GS limited edition. There's some weird spelling in this auction, I have to say. An Apple LC2, PowerBook 1400C, PowerBook 100, Intel Compact Presario, not Apple. Okay, thank you. Good. Mac PowerBook G3, Mac eMate 300, Mac XL full set, Quick Take 100 camera, Mac 6160, Mac Classic 2, Mac SE 30, Mac 2C. They have two computers, one screen, and Apple 3. They have two complete Apple 3s, Apple 2CX, a Lisa complete office system, and Apple Audio brand new in box, never used Apple Audio. I'll have to look and see what the picture is for that, and a Tangerine iBook, and more.
Hmm.
So, one of the and mores is one of the little collectible cars, the Apple race cars,
Yeah.
which I know you've got a couple
Hmm.
of. So, what have we got here? We've got 89 watchers. There's 25 bids right now. This auction right now is at $2,225. The item location is in Kissimmee, Florida.
Hmm.
Pretty
Not
good
too far from
set.
here.
Not
Hmm.
too far, right? Right. And the computers, fortunately, don't look like they're yellowed, but they don't look like they've been sitting in the back of a warehouse either. They look clean,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So this is somebody, looks like they cared for this collection. I see an Apple IIc in there, two Apple IIcs. So other
Yeah.
than some weird descriptions of which was that list I was reading, you just go and look at the pictures. Like the iBook, it looks like it actually comes in the box with the styrofoam still. That thing looks pristine, very nice. I love the tangerine. Wow.
Yeah. There's a
So
lot of
this
good
still
stuff in
has
here.
what? Yeah, 3 days to go. Yeah, I mean those leases alone right now, even if somebody got it for what it's going for right now, that is an awesome
Is it just
price.
is just the one Lisa 2 in there? I think.
Let's see
I
here.
think so.
Did it
And then
say?
there's two
Oh,
Apple
two Apple
3s though.
3s,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Now, they don't say anything about working condition on
Yeah.
this. I have to say that that 2CX that has the portrait display, oh, so
Oh,
awesome looking.
I didn't see that. See, there's the picture of the threes, complete with monitor threes. Oh, yeah. I guess that is a
Yeah,
portrait display. It looks
portrait
kind of from
display.
that angle, looks a little weird, doesn't? doesn't quite look portrait.
Mm-hmm.
But all kinds of goodies in there. Yeah. So if you added up the total there of the value, you're going to get way over the current bid of $22.25. I mean, you're probably in excess of $4,000, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So somebody's potentially going to get a nice
treasure trove. Crazy as far as what they're thinking shipping. I mean, the shipping $200.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to do that.
Low, awfully low for. And of course, you do not want to ship these guys. This would be a go pick it up sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah. You want to be, yeah, you really do. Yeah. So, gosh, how high might this get? Well, this one ends in 3 days, so we'll find out.
3 days, yeah.
Next week. Okay, let's see. What do we got left? Now, when you got your original Macintosh and you weren't happy about doing the floppy swap, well, you could get Apple's own hard drive that connected to the floppy port, or you could buy a third-party solution like this Tecmar. And gosh, look at this thing. Look at how clunky this thing is. I mean, this thing was built. Let's see what we can learn about the description. It just says Tecmar 10 megabyte hard drive, the very first hard drive for the absolute first 128K and 512 Max without SCSI. Predated even the HD20, that Apple hard drive. Let's see. Comes with drive, power cord, serial cord, boot disks, and printed ad. Was removed and stored from a working environment 30 years ago. I do not have a proper Mac to test it. I was told it had a 10 megabyte Tandem TM252 hard drive in it. When plugged in, the drive starts up and the light in front flashes, but that is much of the testing as I can do, sold as is. This boy is a tank weighing 15 to 20
this thing
pounds.
Doesn't this doesn't even hook up to the floppy port, does it? This hooks up to serial.
Is that right? Oh, yeah, you're right. It doesn't hook up.
Look at that
That's
cord.
Right. That's right. It's daisy chained through the serial port. Uh-huh.
Wow. So you thought the floppy port drive was slow.
Yeah. And look at the little labels on the discs, how Tecmar did a Picasso rendering of their own drive. I think they were.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
I think they were generous on the size. It's not to scale because this thing is wider, probably deeper than your Mac, and just heavy duty. And it's almost, you look at it, it's almost like there could be two bays in there. I don't know.
Yeah, it really does look like that, doesn't it?
From the drive,
the drive was probably just a giant. Drive, wasn't it?
Probably, yes. Yeah.
Oh,
and so you look at the back there, and you can see the serial.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it looks like it would possibly preserve your serial port by adding you one on the back of it. You could also plug something into it as well, right?
So like daisy chain or
yeah. Well, look at how beefy that steel is. Looks like it's missing a foot, but other than that, it looks like in pretty good shape. But yeah, there you go. Buy it now.
Out of Waukesha.
Okay.
Wisconsin. Yeah, it's interesting to see something like this coming out of smaller towns in Wisconsin. So
$120 is your buy it now. No make it offer.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. I mean, some of this old. They said powers up. Boy, who knows if that hard drive will actually still spin?
Sure. Right.
Yeah. But very cool. Very cool. All right. We are moving on.
Let's see if we got any more stuff happening in the chat.
And I'm going to share your screen, John. Right?
Sure thing.
We're going to do that?
Yeah. Yes.
You got it in the right place you want to start with?
Give me one moment.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, hopefully the Apple IIIs are pre-dropped. That's right. What was it what did that seat the chips the chips got loose. What
Uh,
was it
the
about
uh,
the?
the boards, connectors for the boards inside is my understanding that
Oh, oh, you mean the peripheral
they would get a
boards?
little corrosion on them, and dropping it kind of knocked the corrosion, reseated the connection a little bit.
Hmm. So you want me to
That's my
show your screen
understanding.
now?
No,
Oh,
give
don't
me
show your
one moment.
screen. Oh, okay. We're standing by. I will.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You
you ready
you
now?
may show the screen.
Okay. Here goes. Ta-da! All right.
Ta-da!
Let's get our recording going.
All right.
Recording on. All right. In three, two, one. I don't even remember were you messing around with this recently, or is this something you've just been meaning to talk
I
about?
I think it's something that I've thought about doing for a while. Talking about wallpapers for the old compact Macs,
Hmm.
and maybe it was setting up the SCSI to SD for
Oh,
you know, maybe that's what had me thinking about it. Anyway, so what I wanted to do is kind of go through using modern what's out there now to help make old wallpapers. Because of course, when the Mac first came out, you had the desktop patterns. It was a while before anyone came up with a way of doing the wallpaper, and it's something that
hmm,
Apple itself officially didn't start having a way to do that until what 8.1, I think.
it was a while. Yeah, I mean they let you do
Yeah, with the
the little
appearance,
patterns.
the patterns, right,
You
right,
could do
and the
the little
patterns got
desktop
more
patterns.
involved over time. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
but yeah, you couldn't
talking
do a picture.
one
But yeah, it was
bit
a.
black and white graphics, right?
I can't remember what the name of
So,
the. It was a control panel that some kind of extension or something that enabled you to third party do the desktop pictures.
well, and I'll kind of go into that. There
Oh,
were a couple of
okay.
different ways to go about it. But so the first thing is, I like I wanted to. I'm already falling all over myself. Okay,
Mm,
so I like to have wallpapers. I like to have customization on my Mac, and I love to. I wanted some newer pictures to put onto my compact Mac. So I've tried to streamline this as much as possible, and this is kind of what I'm going to go through here. So first of all, let's go through the tools I'm using for this. I'm using Photoshop 0.63 on the that's on the
point
of course
six
compact
three.
Mac side. Yes,
So does
it
that mean like
predates
that's like a
Adobe.
beta or something?
Yeah, it's pre Adobe Photoshop,
Wow.
and yep. So we got that. Also on the compact Mac side, I'm using Backdrop, which is what puts the wallpaper on the screen. It's the very easiest basic way to do it. You just have
Okay.
a folder of Mac Paint screens. It randomly picks one and makes it your wallpaper. There are other ways to do it, but this one used the least amount of memory. Which, of course, if you're talking a Mac Plus or an SE or anything like that, where you're stuck at 4 meg of RAM, you
Hmm.
want to cut corners as much as possible. So, all right. So on the new side of things, we've got Graphic Converter, which is a $40 application, but there's also Hyperdither. Now, Hyperdither, there are freeware versions still out there. If you go to Macintosh Garden, the original freeware version is out there. The gentleman who does Hyperdither also has a paid version in the App Store that has a ton more features to it, but for our purpose, the very basic freeware version works absolutely fine. But I also found when I was searching around for things, because I was trying to see if there was a Photoshop plugin for
Hmm.
Hyperdither or for the Atkinson dithering, and I found there's actually somebody has an online version that you can drop your picture in and will dither it right in your web browser. Kind of
Wow.
cool. Yeah. Other than that, the other tool that, because again, I was also trying to go for freeware stuff, because of course
Hmm.
Photoshop on a new system is not cheap, but GIMP works quite well for the final conversion on this.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are the steps? The first step, of course, is finding a photo you like. I have this screenshot from Steven Universe, very fun cartoon, and the first thing you need to do, of course, is resize it so it's something that you can use on the Mac. And also for using HyperDither, you need to have it at the size you want it at before you pop it into HyperDither. And so, of course, for the compact Macs, we're talking 512 by 342 pixels. And again, I resize this in Photoshop, but you can also use Preview, no problem. Or, of course, GIMP if you've got GIMP, which is nice. It's a great application for it being an open source free. So after resizing it, you also want to maybe mess with the colors because, of course, if we're converting a color image to black and white, if you've got some shades that are going to end up being pretty close to each other, if you've got like a shade of green and red, well, they may end
Mm-hmm.
up looking like the same shade of gray. So you may want to go in and tweak some contrasts, sharpen edges, whatever you want to do, before you go ahead and convert it to the dithered version. So I did also go into some of the dithering that is available in Photoshop. So you've got pattern dither, which gives you pretty clunky results.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very pretty. It kind of does these kind of half diamond in varying degrees of filled in triangles. So not great. Photoshop halftone doesn't do a bad job. It's very kind of strict pattern looking, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you mixing this effect with the hyperdither effect gives you a cool result. Photoshop diffusion. Now, Photoshop diffusion is what is closest to the Atkinson dithering. The I think it's called like Floyd Steinberg dithering. I'm sure someone will correct me on that, but it's pretty darn close. But what gives you the best results is hyperdither.
Ooh.
Hyperdither, originally done by Atkinson. The guy who came up with Thunderscan and Mac Paint and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It is what makes you think of classic black and white Macintosh artwork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just there's just something about it that's just so cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so once you've got it in at the proper size, 512 by 342, and you get it into your 1-bit graphics, however method you want, the next thing you want to do is save it out as a TIFF. Now, I've tried saving it as a CompuServe GIF, but for some reason on the compact Mac side, Photoshop will not open that GIF. It doesn't like it. Also, tried doing a TIFF out of new Photoshop and a GIF out of new Photoshop, even though it said CompuServe GIF, but it would not open those on the compact Mac side. However, you can save it as a TIFF out of GIMP, and that one worked just fine. Now, as far as getting a 2-year-old Mac, of course, there's lots of different ways to get it transferred. I won't go into that too much, but I do want to go into a ta-da moment for me that came about of this. All right, so I set up, I've got Mini VMac, and I was testing all of this stuff on Mini VMac because, of course, that was the easiest thing to do as far as getting it to here. But here was my method of getting it to Mini VMac, and that was getting the file, saving it to a shared folder that I use with Sheepshaver, and then Sheepshaver I was using to mount the Mini VMac disk image and transferring it, and then, of course, then quitting out of that and opening up Mini VMac and getting into there. Because, of course, Mini VMac doesn't share your desktop folders the way that Basilisk 2 or Sheepshaver does.
Ah.
Then it occurred to me, why am I not making a DOS disk image that will mount on my modern Mac that I can save
Uh-huh.
stuff to and also mount into Mini VMac?
Oh.
And yeah, Yeah, right.
That
That
works.
worked perfectly. That worked just fine. I did once I got the DOS disk image saved, I had to initialize it on Mini VMac using System 755. But once I did that, it mounts to my Mac just fine, and it mounts to Mini VMac just fine. So that was a
Wow.
very nice side effect of this, as far as getting files easily over to Mini VMac.
Right.
So
Interesting.
I did put a request out on Facebook of, hey, throw me a picture and I will convert it for you. And I only got one request, or no, I got two. But the one I got yesterday, did you see the picture?
I saw the first one.
Right, yeah. So it was a picture of Willie Nelson wearing a ugly Christmas sweater with a leaf of certain substance that Willie Nelson is known for.
Yeah.
And I did. I converted it. I made a
It
nice
came out
backdrop, a
really
nice kind
nicely.
of tie-dye backdrop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to see that, just go on over to the Facebook and you can see that.
Now, did you try the online one and see how it did comparison to the path
Yeah,
you
yeah,
took?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same dithering technique, so it
Oh,
looks
okay.
just the same. Right. It's
Awesome.
using the Atkinson dithering algorithm. So
Neat.
yeah, yeah.
Well, cool. All right. Well, yeah, we'll post those links to some of those tools that you can use.
hmm
And did this one actually make it to your? It just resided in Mini VMAX. You didn't actually
Right
get
now,
this
Mini
over
VMac.
to
I
your.
haven't converted it over to the SC yet, so
I see.
I will. I've got.
Okay.
I've done some very nice Steve Jobs ones. I've done some very
Uh
nice
huh.
Adventure Time ones. Yeah, because
Uh huh.
again, I'm all about the cartoons, so it's nice to
Somewhere I'll
have
have to dig up the
new things and
results.
kind of old things.
Somewhere I have them when when I was in college and we first had the ability to do these desktop pictures for our Macs. My roommate and I snuck into a computer lab to scan images on the Apple scanner to create the
Mm.
images because it just did one bit scans that were just came off just like this. But we took I think we took CD box covers and then we also planted our faces side by side on the scanner and created a desktop picture of the two of us.
That's
Um,
nice.
and I've got that image someplace. I'll have to share that sometime. All right.
Uh, wait,
Yeah,
wait.
one more
Before we
thing.
quit, I have one
Oh,
more important step that I forgot to do. Okay, forgot to tell you
oh,
about. Once you do get the TIFF over to your compact Mac and you open up in Photoshop .63, you need to save that out as a Mac Paint file. When you do save it out as a Mac Paint file, make sure to check. One of the options when you save it is to it'll either save it to the center of the screen. So when you like if you open it up in Mac Paint, you'd have a lot of white border around it and
hmm
the that 512 by 342 image in the center. Or there is a checkbox to save it in the upper left corner. You want to click on that. And then once you do that, you put it into your folder called Screens inside your System folder, and make sure you've got Backdrop installed. And the next time you boot up, bam, it will be your desktop.
great. All
Now we're
right.
done.
Now we're done. Okay. Thanks, John. Yeah, I think the scanner was grayscale, but if you saved it the right format, of course, then it would
Ah,
drop it down to one bit, and then you'd have your desktop
here we
picture.
go. Yep. Derek verified that it was modified Floyd Steinberg
Hmm
dithering. Okay, very good.
hmm
Uh, Derek also likes how he called them desktop patterns instead of wallpapers or desktop pictures
How
during
Jobs did.
2007.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny. Yeah, I don't see Steve Jobs spending a lot of time changing his desktop pictures.
Oh, Derek says I'm still getting some popping. Oh,
Yeah, I noticed that too. So maybe it's not your levels. Maybe
right,
it's something entirely different, some kind of compression audio
right,
effect
right.
from your connection out there in the Mac attic. But I didn't hear it last week, or I don't remember hearing anything like that prior.
Just
So
like sometimes when you connect to something, maybe if we had just reinstigated the stream link, it would be okay. You know what I mean? Just sometimes like if you have a bad Skype
yeah,
connection or Zoom connection, just
right.
reconnecting.
You want to pop out and pop back in?
We could give it a try. Why not?
All right. We're gonna say goodbye to John.
I said good day, sir.
I'll remove you. Okay. I've banished him. Let's see if he'll pop back in. Oh, there he goes. He's gone. Yeah, sound buffer image. Um, let's see. Where is he? There he is. Let's add him back
There
in.
I am.
All
See if
right.
that's any better.
Well, so far so good, but it was just every once in a while you hear a little kind of whatever.
Well, all right. I will confess. I've been trying to open up a chip bag. It's
Oh,
just I've been trying to be quiet, but
oh, there it is. Yeah, that's exactly the sound almost. Actually, was that really a chip bag?
no, it was a bag of cookies I was sitting here, but no, I wasn't trying to open up a bag of cookies. I am jesting.
I heard that little popping just a little bit there just a second ago, but okay. Well,
Huh.
we'll proceed. If we have to, we'll redo the episode, or at least re-record the parts where you're being stepped on by those cracks. What are we doing next? Oh, we got news to talk about.
News.
News. Oh, there's this one. Let me. I gotta add a link in here. All right. Okay, you ready to go?
I am.
In 3, 2, 1. Time now for the news. We will begin with, well, let's see if I can throw it up there. Throw Boy. Now, if you're watching the video, actually it's slightly cut out of the screen right now, but there's a Throw Boy sitting behind me. The Steve Jobs Throw Boy. He's sitting in the chair to my left. Throw Boy is at it again with some new items. This time, blankets. Classic blankets featuring your favorite, the Mac OS smiley face, the Mac OS, there he is, and the 1984 throw blanket, which of course looks like
all right.
looks
I
like
know
the
what I'm
classic
ordering
Mac.
after we're finished with the podcast.
Yeah, 50 by 60
Wow.
inches at $46.99, and it's not just a regular old blanket, right? This thing actually has like a interesting surface, on the
Huh.
backing,
Yeah, kind of a
plush
fleece.
fabric. Yeah, and look at how that looks draped on a couch.
Fantastic.
That's a nice looking
Oh yeah.
blanket, and the icon one's cool. And they're also, to be complete, they have a
It's going to be
cassette.
tough to decide what I get.
Oh, the smiley face. Oops, I think I just bought it. Oops, stop it. I just wanted to. There it is. The icon throw blanket. That looks real sharp too. You could, that could go up on a wall. I mean, it's so vibrant, right? And while you're there, you might pick up some stickers. They got some new classic Apple stickers.
Nice.
For your laptop or whatever. I noticed that the pillows are often they're never available, sold out. But you can get notifications if they come back in. I still don't have any of those.
Now you have some of the original Throw Boys back when they were like sewing these things.
Yeah, right? when they were using the icons from Mac OS. So that's over at throwboy.com. And then there's a couple of things I wanted to point out here that I saw over on Facebook in the Vintage Apple group. if you're not already a member, you should, because there's a lot of good stuff going on there, including some projects some of the members are doing. Did you see this one, John?
Oh
Does this look
yes,
familiar?
yeah. I
Yeah.
was going to bring this up if you hadn't. How
Um,
awesome is
yeah. It's
that?
a 3D model of an enclosure. So this is meant to stick your Mac Mini in this enclosure, and the enclosure is styled like what Apple II era kind of
Oh no, the
plastics.
Mac Plus. Mac. You
Mac
look at the Mac.
Plus,
It's
Apple,
or
yeah. Oh
128K.
well, yeah, you're right. You're right
Yeah, because of
because
the
it's got
with the
the
they've got the
chamfered
floppy
edge,
port. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right? Floppy port, and I don't know why there's a what looks like a USB port in the front because obviously there is no USB port on the front of a Mac Mini, but um, got the
Is there
vents and
space
whatever.
to run a cable through to that? I wonder.
No, well, I mean that's the front of the Mac Mini. That's just a flat surface, so I'm not sure what
Well,
that
yeah, I
means.
meant
But
was there space in that case to run a cable from the back through to
oh,
a extension?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't
Okay.
know. Um,
That is kind of odd then, but
Very well done.
either
Here, I'll
way,
play the
really
video
cool.
again.
Really cool.
Yeah. See that? Yeah, I
Right.
don't
Right. Yeah.
see that there would be much space there.
There's not a way.
So
Yeah.
you can download the file and you can print this out yourself. I don't know that there's any plans for the individual. I should mention the name if I could pronounce it. Zlatna Zaraja is my best guess. I don't know if there's any plans for him to print these and sell them because a lot of us don't have access to printers that easily. So, but that would be an awesome way to, if you're getting a Mac Mini. And also over there was this little gem. This is Sylvester Banar, a fully functional, probably an emulation. I'm not sure the details weren't specified, like what's being run. I mean, it's got to be something other than. Could you fit a Pi in here of some sort? I don't
Oh
know.
yeah. Yeah. That doesn't
You think that's
look
big
too
enough?
dissimilar.
It's
Well, a
very,
Pi
very
Zero.
tiny.
All it would take is a
Yeah.
Pi Zero for to run Mini
Uh-huh.
VMAX. Sure. Yeah.
Of course, this is another 3D printed job, but you can purchase this from Sylvester. Both you can get just the case, or you can buy it fully configured with whatever computer, if it's a Pi or something else, in there running. I'm sure it's probably some kind of mini VMAC, right? There is a video of it in action, playing a little missile command. Looks like functions pretty well. Obviously, the mouse and keyboard pictured there are not functional. Those would be just decorative. I don't know if probably. What do you think? Is he connected via Bluetooth or something to run this thing?
Well, look. So look on the left-hand side. You see the little
Yeah. Is
black.
that a SD card?
That is either. No. That's going to
Oh,
be probably
a
for a little
dongle?
wireless keyboard. One of the dongles for the
Ah,
for like a USB external. That's what
I see.
for my
Yeah.
little one. That's what I have is one of those that uses the just a nice tiny keyboard. So
Nice.
yeah,
Anyways, a lot of cool
very
little
nice.
projects over there. So that's over on Facebook. And I guess we were hoping that by now Apple would have announced a spring event,
Right.
but so far nothing. So we're still waiting.
Well,
Still
speaking of
waiting with
spring
bated
events,
breath.
though,
Oh yeah, that's right. There is our own spring event, or not ours, but I mean our
Marcintosh.
communities.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned
So I
Marcintosh to me, and I didn't know
right.
that was a
I just
thing.
sent
I
you a
had not heard
link
that.
to Marcintosh. If
Okay.
you look in, so Marcintosh. So with the success of such events as Doscember and Septandy, why should Macintosh retro computing community have their own month to share their passions for classic Macintosh computers? Marcintosh. Yes, if you go over to marcintosh.com, there is also going to be a Marcintosh Zoom meeting about this on the 23rd of February. I'm trying to bring up the details right now. Hopefully, come on. Oh my gosh, I hate Facebook. It's so slow.
March and Tosh, month-long event. Yeah. So
Macintosh, yeah.
there it is. Is this something I've been missing every year? How can we not have?
I think this is.
Or is this something
I'm
new?
guessing
I
this
don't know.
is new,
Hmm.
but I'm hoping to find the person who's doing this event,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe we can get them on next week. Is my hope. So
Perfect.
I don't know if you had anything planned for next week, but I think it'd be fun to bring them on.
Yeah, of course. All
All
right,
right,
let's do that.
awesome.
Okay. Well, uh-oh.
Oh,
I just lost my screen. Are you still there?
I can hear you and I see you.
Somewhere, somehow, I have lost the window.
Oh,
I'm coming back.
right now you're showing Marchintosh.
Oh, there it is. A little click and drag, and off the window went off the side of the screen. All right, we are back. All right, well, let's close it out.
All righty. Oh, one more thing. Did you see the
Yeah,
picture somebody posted? Ryan Kelly posted on Facebook of it was a picture from 2008 of him listening to RetroMacCast on his first gen iPod Touch.
I did see that. Yeah.
Okay, love it. Very nice.
All right, let's
All right,
go
I'm ready.
in. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Well, that about does it for this week. Maybe next week we'll talk to some of the folks or person behind March and Tosh. Get a little better description of the events, see how we can participate, see how it stacks up against December and Septandy, if that is. I guess those are real things too. Uh, let's see. What else do we need to talk about? Anything
I think
else?
that's
Is
about
that
it.
good?
I do want to say one
Uh,
more time, thank you to Mark Schwickerath for completing my
mhm.
hardware for my Macintosh TV. Love it. Thank you so much.
Awesome. And your return gift is almost done and all.
Almost done. Yeah, it
Yeah.
should hopefully be finished transferring files. I'll
What
be
about that
checking it as soon as we're
that
done.
treasure trove of that computers that your friend picked up in Tallahassee? Did he start digging into that stuff?
Oh, Joe, I will have to check with him here in a
Oh,
little bit
okay.
and
I'm curious
see how he's doing with that.
if any of that stuff worked. All right. Well, we'll be back next week, and until then, remember, it's not old.
It's retro.
Well, at least we didn't get any pops there at the end. I think they were minimized. I don't know. I think
Okay.
I heard a few earlier, but anyway, not sure how much control we can exercise over that. Um, there's a couple audio options in StreamYard that you can, I guess, mess with, but I don't know. Thank you, Chris. You have a great week too, and thanks everybody for joining us on the YouTube channel. A special celebrity guest, Derek from Mac Folklore Radio. I haven't. I've lost track. Do we're getting new episodes of Mac Folklore Radio. How's production going on that? I'm gonna hop over there. I'm gonna see what's going on. I'm gonna see. Oh, the last one was January 22nd. So, or February 15th. That's right, February 15th. Or Mac Folklore Radio. Thank you, Klaus. All right, John. I think we'll sign off.
All right, great. I will find out the information on the I dig through Facebook and find the person doing the Marcintosh stuffing and contact them.
Oh,
Thanks
well,
everyone
it's on the
for.
bottom of that website also.
Oh, okay,
Their
okay, great.
Twitters and their
Oh,
emails.
nice. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. Well, we'll
awesome,
contact Joe and Ron and see if we can get one of them on.
perfect. All right,
All right. Bye,
stay safe, everybody.
everyone.
Bye.